Oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grim dark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest, nigh unbinary, all ruled magnificent, welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Hi, Mowgli. Morning, Eli. Busy week. Hope you have an amazing stream, my king, my piss king. Thank you, Mowgli. Oh, I'm sorry you're so busy. You will be missed, my friend. If you are no longer here, you are already missed. So, today we are going to be working on the Catboys some more. I'm pretty tired. I spent yesterday trying to do some stuff to get the studio ready, like done. Um, ready, done, baby. Pretty much. So we've got two windows that are over in the streaming area. And they are kind of an issue for multiple reasons. Number one, my neighbor likes to mow a lot, so that always sucks. So I've pretty much been sealing those windows, which once I'm done, hopefully they will not be able to be seen in the shot, which means that I can actually adjust the camera to where I'm really wanting it to be for like streaming over there, or doing video, any work over there. And also hopefully it should block out some of the noise. So that's what I did yesterday. I'm very sore, very tired from it. So today we definitely have more work to do on these teepees, but I'm not sure if we want to do that just yet or not. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that. So essentially there's a couple spots where the foil is still able to be seen from the back. Alright, I've just gone ahead and I dealt with that one already. So yeah, these teeth are not done. They are just at a point where now they are hard, so we can actually go in and kind of shape them a little bit. It's a multi-step process. That looks like a cat tooth though. I'm happy with that. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Or so I've been told. Okay. Now that tooth we're going to want to file down. Before I get into that though, I guess we should probably figure out what the hell we're going to do. I'm thinking the main thing we want to do today, start working on the other heads, get the other heads to where they at least are somewhat ready to be sculpted on, worked on. So yesterday we went ahead and drilled a nostril cavity and nasal cavity for that one, as well as a mouth hole. Let's go ahead and open that hole up a little bit though. Gotta zoom out a little bit. Reassess where my hands are. Right there. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab another knife that's some sharper. Cut my finger earlier while organizing some X-Acto knife blades. So here's just a reminder when you're organizing your X-Acto knife blades or storing them or whatever you do with them, make sure you're very careful or you might get poked. I got poked right above the nail bed, so did not feel good. It is probably still going to be bleeding a while. Sorry about that. If I could make it stop bleeding, I would. I don't have that ability yet, though. Always more of a pyromancer than a biomancer, I suppose. Foolish me. Alright, I think that's good. It's good enough space to start working with anyway. So this nasal cavity is going to be right about there. And we don't want that tongue. We'll do better than that. We are going to keep that lower jaw though. So the lower jaw is definitely going to be used to build into what we're going to use. It's going to be rainy today, and I'm excited. So we're going to put our little X, marks the spot. It's pretty much dead on, so hopefully that sticks. I'm feeling good about it. Yeah, pretty much working on final touches, really. Got a bunch of things moved yesterday. Mainly spent a good chunk of time though working on the boards that I put together to cover those windows, so they should blend in with the wall, and insulation, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much what my day was spent yesterday. I think that's probably good enough. We don't want it to be too big. And as far as the mouth, let's go ahead and put a little hole in there. I'm not going to try to put a pilot. I'm just going to go for it. I think scraping it definitely gave it a little bit to grab, which it will do that. So that actually went pretty damn straight. And then we'll just go in with bigger pin vise. Bore out that mouth. There we go. Now this will be something that we are kind of like, oh hey, I'm glad I did that later on down the road. Not right now. Right now it just kind of looks weird. Hi Star, how are you, my sweet? Good to see you. Wonderful to have you. Yeah, this morning I also surprised myself by, I don't know, moving on Saturday. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully nice. Are you excited? Are you excited to move to a new apartment? Very nice. Is it an exciting move, or are you unhappy about it? Hopefully it's an exciting move and you're happy about it. Okay, there's a little nose hole. Yeah, I also yesterday, the previous landlord got broke gambling, so he sold the house. It's only 4 blocks on the street. Okay, well hopefully it's not too big of an inconvenience for you, and hopefully it's a better situation. But and it's not too, even if it is like a big, if it is inconvenient, at least it's not too far. So that's good. That's why you can't bet the house on the ponies. Okay, so these big old rat teeth are gonna have to go. Gotta get those out of that little mouth. Cat teeth, not rat teeth. That's what we're looking for. That's gonna be good. So, let's get vertical and horizontal. Right there is really what we're wanting. So let's make sure that is established. Yeah, so not only did I do a whole bunch of moving shit yesterday, one of the things that I left for myself to do this morning, which was a fun surprise. It's always fun. Always fun coming downstairs and realizing, oh yeah. Yeah. Literally, I could not get to my chair. The entirety of behind me was just filled with the cathedral. It was on top of the cabinets over there. Oh yeah, also one of the things I did yesterday, which this is kind of exciting if you guys like seeing the stuff. My studio area has 2 display cabinets that I like a lot. I've talked about them on here before. I used to have them completely full of Gundams. We are going to want a hole there too. Right there. Sorry, just thinking that while I looked over there. I used to have them completely full of Gundams. But I have since emptied them out of all but 5. There's 5 that I kept in there, and then the rest is all just my art and stuff that I've been working on. So, one, that's good because it helps me keep my stuff, not all over the place down here. But it's just like, well, it's definitely more the aesthetic that I'm looking for. But I spent a good amount of time wiring up lights and all kinds of stuff in there, so I would like that to eventually be something that I can show while filming over there, especially while doing bigger games where we have to have multiple angles and stuff. So I'm pretty excited that I got that taken care of yesterday. I got a lot done yesterday. It just kind of sucked. It just kind of sucked. Yeah, there we go. And now I'm kind of tired. Now, if you're wondering why am I putting holes in the mouth and the nostrils, well, that's because I'm pretty much trying to get this down to almost a skull kind of, basis to work from. Cats have a very big nasal cavity right in the front, so that is something that I think is going to be, if we build from that, like the actual meat is, it will look better. And that's typically just kind of how I work, is getting it down to a point where I know what it's going to look like from and building up from there. That's just kind of how I go about building a lot. As far as the mouths, we're doing that because we don't want it to just be flat. I would like to be able to, if their mouth is open, I want you to tell that that's a mouth, that it goes somewhere. Also makes it to where we can put tongue, anything else. Just detail. We're just adding more detail. It's going to make it easier for that. That might be a little bit too big of a nasal cavity. I got a little too carried away talking. And it's also not in the right spot. So looks like that's going to be a mouth. Maybe not. I think we can make that work. We are going to go ahead and... I got a little too busy talking. A little preoccupied. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm also tired. God, my body's just sore from yesterday. Carrying too much wood. There was a good chunk of yesterday that had the neighbors behind me. If they looked out the window to see who was the guy with the circular saw that's just been going at it for hours, they're just like, they would have been a little confused. Just like, what the hell's going on over there? Just looking very, very peak masculinity with my Katya cut off in Alaska sweatpants. Using a circular saw for hours. But it's done now, and now I don't have to do it. But I do gotta finish installing them. Alright, so these ears are going. Those are not kitty ears, that's for damn sure. No kitty ears. No mas. Same thing with these ears. Gonna get those off. That's gonna be good. Cloudflare downfall. That's not good. What is Cloudflare? Is it a transportation kind of thing? That sounds like what it would be. I'll be right back. Ugh. think I'm getting sick, and I hate it. Gross. Sorry about that. God, my body's so sore today. Ugh. My body is not ready. Positive note, we're printing the very last of the crypt for the Helmwick Part 2 table, so 2x4 worth. It's what connects you to the rest of the internet. Gotcha. Okay, well that does suck. Yeah, that's not good. Was that an F to pay respect? Okay. I think that's good. Now, as far as these guys, are those horns? There are those little ears. I think those are little ears. Okay. Shave off these little itty bitty ears. Okay. I'm really debating if we want to do anything with the eyes. I'm thinking we do. I think I already know the answer. Cats have big eyes. I feel like that might be... Well, we could always try it with one, see how it looks, and go from there. I'm thinking that's probably the best bet. We're kind of winging some of this as we go. Okay. I know we're not keeping that, so let's go ahead and get that off there. Okay. I think we're going to take those eyes out of there. I think that we are going to be happier putting some eyes out of our own devising. Which means these little eyeballs got to go. Yeah, I'm already happier with this choice. Yeah, I'm happy with that choice. Let's go ahead and take these eyes too. Luckily, there's already a little hole there with a sculpted eye in it. I typically like to do my own eyes, so unless I have very valid reason, I typically change those. I'm not sure if we're going to do that on the chieftain. We probably will, though. I know who I am. I'm going to use some micro beads. Get a nice, perfectly round eye. Cat's eyes are just typically big, and they're definitely, I think, bigger proportion than a rat's. So, and I know they're bigger than these gore, these Zangor eyes. As far as this one, yeah, we're gonna change that. Yeah, we're gonna take all the eyes out, fix them. Might take these off. Chat's a little quiet, a little slow, so I'm gonna work with my glasses off. I'll keep an eye on it. Again, we're just kind of going straight, well, I mean, more of a 45 from the front and then pulling our way up. And I'm already liking that. The horns, I'm not sure about. We might end up leaving those, we might end up moving them. Fuck, that's gonna be good. Why do I? Okay, so both of those, good. And now this one. And by putting in new eyes, we can pretty much dictate how the meat of the face is sculpted around them, like the eyelids and whatnot, without worrying about covering up too much of the eye or anything like that. So already, I think just having a bigger hole there is already leading it to being more feline-esque. That helmet, I'm not sure. We might end up removing that, but we might keep it. One little off on that one. It's probably accented by the fact that it's wearing a helmet, though. I think that's the case. So it's looking a little bit more dramatic. And then we'll get to the big guy. I do like that eye, however, I know that we can do a better one. And the head shape might change along the way while we're working on it. That's good. So yeah, these little teefies. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm not doing the teeth just today. We're not doing the teeth yet. We got a lot more of the head that we need to do before we start getting into that, because we're gonna be there a hot minute. So let's grab some beads. I don't think I'm gonna jump the part where I go ahead and I grab the assorted one. Oh, rainy day. At least here. Not sure how it is elsewhere. I was jealous of Possum's rain, and now it's here. It's my rain now. I guess I could show these. So, talked about painting. Talked about doing some more painting on the 1490 board. These are two more of the filler pieces. So, I got those two. Pretty much I had six different pieces that I all did. Those will allow us to extend the castle out, make it a little bit wider. Five. I had five of those, and then two of these. So, pretty happy with how they turned out. My new method for weathering seems to be working pretty well, but we'll see. I would still love to find some other options. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, so we know that yellow one works. Do we have another yellow? I would like them to be roughly the same size. That one I think is bigger. That one's bigger. That might be the same size. I believe it is. So let's go ahead and put just a little super glue in there. We're going to have to poke a hole in that. Got my tools over here organized a little bit. Not as well as I'd like, mind you, but a little bit. I don't know how the hell that bead didn't fly off, but it's still on there. Just going to remove that super glue. That way I know it will fit down in the super glue bottle. Somehow still has not been thrown off. We might need to cut that. Now let's try it. Come on. That'll do it. I'm feeling good about this. This was a good choice. Yeah, the head's definitely a little wonky, and I like that. Let's see. These heads are not completely symmetrical, neither are where their eye holes are going because of that. I'm not sure if I like that or if I don't. I think I do though. That's awful. The idea that they are just slightly... Oh, nice. My rubric are hell yeah. Doing a little thousand suns, a rubrique, as they say. Rubrique, as they say. That's exciting. I've never done any thousand suns, but I do love them. Always have. They did do nothing wrong. For the most part. Those look the same size to me. They look so clean. Hell yeah. Are you gonna dirty them up, or are you gonna keep them nice and clean? No wrong answers. I'm excited either way. Have you, that looks so clean. That looks so clean. Oh yeah, I'm assuming that they look so clean. Yeah, no, I like the Thousand Suns a lot. I love the color scheme. Yeah, that's gonna be awful looking. Once we get some skin around there, definitely gonna look very not right, but good. Not right in the way that we want it to. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what this boy looks like with some eyeballs, some new eyes. Yeah, that's good. That was a good choice. This was a good choice. Doing the eyes is definitely one of my favorite parts. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Now, Star, with your Rubrique or your Rubric Marines, do you play? Did you play? Do you play 40K? Have you done? Is that something you dabble in already? Is this a new thing? I don't recall. It's gonna be so good. Awful little cat boys. So spoopy. Let's grab some more eyeballs. Here's a little green one. Let's grab the green one. That's purple. I didn't want that. That green one looks good too. And another one of these. That worked. Let's see, we've got two more heads. That one's not getting eyes. Do you need eyes? Probably. Probably. God, this one, I just keep looking at this one. This one's going to be so awful looking. Its eyes are so not symmetrical. It's going to look real creepy. That's probably going to be the one that we work on first. I'm really vibing with this one. That's fun. Hey, that is fun. I don't think that eye is big enough. Let's get that one out of there. Looks a little small for where we're trying to put it. Let's try in this head though. I think that's good. Okay, those eyes are too small because they're just going right down in that hole. So let's see. I think that one. Damn it. Right here? Where the hell did you go? There it is. That's nightmarish. That's awful. Alrighty, let's see. Scribble all these. Alrighty. And now let's do this guy real quick. Okay, and then we're going to do one right over here. I'm wondering if I'm probably going to need to put something in there to kind of make that hole not as deep. Nope. Hell yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, so all the eyeballs are in. We are done with these. No eyes for you. We probably want to go ahead and do that now, right? I don't know. We'll wait on that one. I don't want to. I need to get that head figured out a little bit more before I try to make that call. 8:43. It is a quieter morning today. It's a Tuesday, baby. Alrighty. Now, which of these two do I want to work on first? It's that one. That is awful. I think it's that one. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so let's figure out how we're going to do this. I think I need to go ahead and get some of that residue out of that eye area. Hell yeah. Okay, now as far as the nose, let's figure that out. Put some gloves on, make Nick happy. Actually, I think I've got some green stuff over there. Oh, fuck it, I'll make some more. Just a very small amount. Neatite and epoxy sculpt. Just a little mix. That's a good amount. That looks like a good amount. And then last little bit. Grab another glove. Yeah, okay. Now we just need yellow. How are you in comparison to the size of the blue that I just got? Let's see. Yep, that's good. Let's go mix these together. We've still got a good amount, a decent amount. Not good, not great. Nevea, so we'll probably get a little more of that too. So mixing green stuff, I typically, or Neatite, whichever you want to call it, typically like to tear it, place on top of each other, and then just push it into each other, into itself. So making like a little cake and then smooshing the cake together. That makes sure that everything is evenly mixed, blended, the green and the yellow. And you don't have any thicker spots where it's like cured, or a little older, or not as cured. Yeah, that looks good. That's green, very green. Now we take our epoxy sculpt, just do the same kind of thing. This one's actually, you don't have to really, I don't tear it as much because it's not as much like chewing gum. It's much more like clay. And then I do the same thing I do with the Neatite here. Tear it like a bake a little cake, blend that cake together. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab that cat head. I'll be right back. I might actually take my pee break now. I will be right back. Pee break. Boo doo 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 bee doo 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 boo doo boo doo doo doo.
she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just fur and teeth and blood and bitter angry bones.
And we're back. I went pee. Still need to drink my coffee, but it's not 9 o'clock yet. And I got a kitty skull. This is an actual kitty skull. Domesticated cat, not a bobcat. I figured I showed the other one yesterday. I'll show that one today. All right, let's get to it. Another pair of gloves. And this eye, or this head. Let's put that on the vise. Yeah, we're going to use the vise because I don't want to be picking it up and moving it out of the camera view. So, as opposed to the hand vise, which I feel like I have a tendency to pick up and put closer to myself, and then you guys don't see it. So let's try to do a kitty nose. We'll zoom in a little bit more. That looks good. Let's see, can we get a little bit here? I think that's it. Okay. Yes, I did put a hole there. We are going to utilize it, trust me. Maybe not as much as I needed, but it lets me know where the nasal cavity is while I'm sculpting. So I don't accidentally go too far away. Point of reference of where the hole is for the nose. Also, we might end up doing something gnarly with it. Who's to say? Little Margot here and my Nevea. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Well, I kind of already liked how that was shaped, but we are not there yet, sir. upper jaw. Need to build that up a little bit. Yeah, that's getting good. Shape is definitely coming along. I'm liking that already. It's good head shape. Let's add a little bit more. We're going to be doing this in very small increments, because I don't want to do what I just did. Just that extra little bit of bit of a push, definitely hold that down. Hi, Mowgli. Almost. I'll do it right now. Sorry. Did it. Damn. Sorry. Just trying to focus on these little kitty noses. That's good. This is good. How's your day going, Mowgli? Hopefully it's going good on your break. I took my break a little earlier because I had to pee and grab a kitty skull. As one does. That's just a normal day here in my life now, huh? Gotta go pee, gotta drink my coffee, gotta grab a kitty skull. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We're gonna let that dry, and then we will do the teeth tomorrow on there. That's good. Such a tiny thing to sculpt. It's not great, but it's going quick, so there's that. Oh, well, I'm glad it's going quick. And yes, very small little kitty noses. But I feel like it's worth it. It's worth it to get what I'm trying to get done. And that's kitties. Cat boys in the Mordheim. They're coming into your Mordheim and they're stealing all your weird stone. Word stone, weird stone, whatever you want to call it. Whichever one you prefer, they're going to take it. And maybe even do awful things while they're there. I like sculpting heads a lot. It's one of my favorite things to sculpt. I haven't done a Beastman head before though, so. Definitely happy with the new lens though. I feel like you guys being able to see what I'm actually doing now. It's probably a lot better than Mordheim in the morning. Sounds like a radio morning show. It does. Mordheim in the morning. Hey, it's your host, Eli. I'm here to tell you about them cat boys. They're tearing up the city streets. They're doing it. Watch out. There we go. That's the profile, definitely. Not so much that side, but this side. Bam. That's what a kitty looks like. So we're going to try to make sure we get that on the other side too. It needs to go further that way, so we need just a little bit more. Before we do that, let's grab a little bit more Nivea on there, because I know it's dry. Probably too much, but put that right there for safekeeping. Make sure we don't get any on that eyeball. We want to keep that separate. And we will deal with that. It's not yet. Okay. There we go. shape that we're wanting. How does that compare with the other that we did already? I'm assuming pretty similar. Yeah, pretty similar. We might actually want to even bring that one up a little bit. Hard to say. That nose part at the top's a little sharp. I think that looks good. There, I am just kind of looking at the one that we just did a second ago. There we go. All right, and now you, my friend. We got that nostril open, so we can go back in once that's dried. We can add a little line if we want to. We probably will. That's septum. Septum? I think so. This is the one with the fucked up face. Hell yeah. This is definitely going to be one of the best decors. I like the idea of him having a very gnarly face. That looks good. I already accidentally kind of got a little septum in there. We might roll with that. That looks pretty fucking sick. This one's mouth's actually closed, so we have a pretty good opportunity to work on what the overall head shape looks like. Yeah, definitely love that that one's eyes are kind of wonky, as well as it having like a nose that's almost pulled up. Or slightly missing. A little bit more. having that detail in there. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. That's a pretty awful looking face already. Yeah, we're gonna come back to you here in a little bit. That's fun. I want to get the rest of the little nostril cavities kind of in place. That way we can work on them. I think we're gonna leave. Do we want to leave his nose in there like that? I do kind of like the two rings for the septum piercing, but we'll think on that one. I don't want to jump the shark tank, as they say. It's a saying. Now that I got more time in the morning, stuck in my head. Okay. Hey, we got some green stuff right on here. Let's go ahead and get that off there. The yellow, though, needs to stay. There we go. Let's see if we can't happy accident our way into another one of those little septums. I know we can do it after the green stuff's dry, but man, that was great not having to do it later on. Something like that. So we've got the two little slots in the nose. Yeah, so these are going to be the feral. Very feral little kittens. Getting there. What is the song you play during the breaks? Oh, hey, USA Libertarian. So the one that we play during the breaks is pretty sure that's Too Good to Forget. It's Too Good to Forget by Fur and Teeth, my old band. So it is the, pretty sure it's the same. I'd have to look. It's been a while. Yeah, so it's Hi Shankly. It's the same song. I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up real quick. I should know that. Yeah, it's Bronze and Stone. So Bronze and Stone. It's Too Good to Forget. Yeah. I'm on Genius. That's funny. Yeah, no, it's Too Good to Forget. It is the third track on the EP. But yeah, it's the same song that I have for the intro and the outro. It is it is a 9-minute long song, but hi Shankly. I'm pretty sure I already said it, but hi again. Sculpting kitty heads. Kitty heads, kitty heads. Bam, bam, bam. Kitty heads, just sculpting them. Look at these kitty heads. Sorry I missed your call yesterday. I was doing all kinds of shit with a circular saw and really exhausted for most of the day. So when I saw that I had missed a call, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'm so sorry though. Just too tired. That's not, I saw you calling and I was like, hey, fuck that, I'm tired. It was more, I was doing that stuff and then I got back and my phone was inside. I was like, oh shit. I have a missed call and I was like, I still have so much to do. Yesterday was exhausting. I like it. Well, thank you, USA Libertarian. Yeah, I know you can find the whole album on Spotify and Apple Music, iTunes Store, wherever. I think it's on YouTube actually. We have a pretty good video for They Didn't Take Our Beds. It's on YouTube. That's the song. A lot of people really like that song. Too Good to Forget, it's definitely. Actually, You're the Joke and the Punchline was really fucking fun to play. Other than that, it might be Too Good to Forget. One of those is my favorite song to play on that EP. It's probably Too Good to Forget. It's just such a fun song to play. You can be the joke, or you're the joke. The joke and the punchline is the one that I really enjoyed because when we were recording it, there's a time signature change. It's a really fucking weird time signature change. I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head, but it was just so funny that the click, like while we were recording it, it took a hot minute before eventually, like the guy recording us was just like, "All right, I have absolutely no idea what this time signature is, but none of the clip tracks, like the click tracks or clip track, essentially what you have a drummer drum to, or like what you play to while you're recording what you're playing, none of them worked because the time signature is just so fucking goofy and weird and just changes in a weird way, but it feels right. That's always one of my favorites. But we wrote Too Good to Forget, that really fucking rad riff that's in the beginning. We wrote that the day that I got my Mesa, which was the amp that I used, which is why, a very good chunk of why where our sound came from and why we were able to be a two-piece. Just loud, angry tube amps. Love it. Love to hear it. But you gotta let them breathe. You can't turn them down. Tube's gotta warm up. And all the sound guys are like, hey, let me mic you. And I'm like, please don't. Please don't put a microphone next to my amp. It's loud enough. I don't need you to mic me. Just let me do it. Here we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. That's looking like a kitty face. Yes. You're really getting in there. I'm not sure if you're worried about it, but the camera is only picking up your hair. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah. No. Well, it was. Okay. Well. Like that. Uh-oh. Yeah, I really was getting in there. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I think that's... Can you guys see that okay, or do we need to zoom in more? Try to. I'm trying to find a balance between... I need to bring my computer closer so I can see exactly. I think that's good. Yeah, that's clean. Yes, sir. Alrighty. How have you been, Shankly? Dude, you know how it's feeling better physically? Yeah. Are you about to say, well, I'm not anymore? That's good. Boom, shingles. What the fuck? How does that happen? What the fuck? Wait, is that the one that you can only get if you didn't have chicken pox? All over my neck. Damn. That's awful. That's nightmare fuel. Are you okay? Did you go to the doctor? You got to go to the doctor. Can't stress, I don't like going to the doctor either. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Am I in there? Yes. Ah, my hair. If you did have chickenpox. Oh, well, shit. You mean I got chickenpox for nothing? That's gonna be good. Had it before, getting ready to head to urgent care. Oh, damn. That's awful. Well, I'm glad that you're on your way. Be safe, friend. Be careful. That's awful. That's awful news. Finally painted yesterday. Hell yeah. Yes, no, I saw the stuff that you sent, and it looks sick as fuck. I'm assuming that's for Necropolis? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, and I when I finally saw that it was like late, and I was just like, I don't want to wake you up if you're sleeping. So I didn't text them, but I was going to today. Be like, dude, was 6 foot? That looks sick as hell. Yeah, I love that special character from, what is that? It's the Warhammer Quest. The dude with the weird helmet mask thing. Big fan of that guy. I think that was one that I almost ordered that bit off eBay whenever they first came out. That's how much I liked it. And then I think I pretty much was just like, I got too much shit as it is. What are you doing? Yeah, you know, I had my doubts while looking at just the shapes. But Curse City, yep, there you go. No time to bash, but I think they're cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I agree. I am in agreement with you. They look cool. Pretty cool, Bobby. That's awful about the shingle stuff, man. When it rains, it pours, baby. Also, what the fuck? Your body was just like, I'm feeling better. Shingles. It's like, can't we catch a break? Come on now. It feels like it's a lot quieter in here than normal. I think these two are they're on their best behavior. I think that's it. Now they're going to get loud and crazy. Uh-huh. You all heard me. I think all the babes are upstairs. It's a rainy day, so... Yeah, you guys are getting a lot more rain than I am, I believe. I think you're actually getting the fun storm part that I want. Just 30 minutes north and I'd get all the storms I want, apparently. There we go. Just need to be pulled in just a little bit to the center. That's good. We're getting there. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the angle. So let's pop this one up just a smidgen. I'm getting some ideas already, and they are awful. So that's how we know we're on a good one. Ah, yeah, well, we're getting hit later. Gotta go, ready. Bye, buddy. Love ya. Drive safe. Hope things get figured out. Sorry about the shingles. That's awful news. I know it's not my fault, but sorry to hear it. Okay. Now they look like kitties. All right. You silly little kitties. So we got 1, 2. These are great. Those are great little heads. Yeah, they look like kitties. This one's, oh man, I love this one. This one's so good and awful. Yeah, you're great. This one's good too. Yeah, these are going to be good. Feeling good. All right. And we come back to you. The big balls. Big balls. I think we know what we need to do. think we need to redo that nose. I know we're going to be happier if we do it. I think we can make something a lot more awful. That tooth just poked me right through the little glove. Tee hee. Ow. 9:34. Hot damn. How do we go all the way there? How the hell did that happen? I don't think we need a nasal cavity because I've already got something to kind of work with here where the nose was. Okay. Trying to tell if his eyes are big enough. Sure that my head is not blasting in there. Oh, hey. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. That's more like what we're wanting. gonna be awful. Hi, possum. How are you, my sweet? Yeah, I'm loving that. That's a good. That's good. It's definitely a good, good call. Not feeling good still. Everybody's just getting sick. I need it to stop. Who has done this? Who has done this to all of my sweets? Tell me now. There it is. 9:41. Big stretch. Not yet. Yeah, for piercings and stuff, we're gonna have to actually make those ourselves with little wire, because I don't have any O-rings that are previously, or already that size, not previously, that were previously that size. And I'm sure as hell not gonna try to take an O-ring and make it smaller. That's a step down the road of madness. It's a lot easier to just take it and use one of our mini tools that we have to roll that into the perfect sized little hoop. So. But that is definitely on the agenda for them. There's going to be lots of piercings, lots of hooks. They're going to look nightmarish. Which, with that said, I guess we should probably fuck with the Minotaur. Move his eyes. Pretty sure Anna got sick at a friend's birthday party. Cannot attend anyone else's, test anyone else's illness. Man, ain't that just the way? People always having birthdays and stuff. And getting sick. So I don't think, well, I'm sorry that she's sick. I'm sorry that you're sick. I wish everybody was not sick. This Minotaur's looking pretty sick, but not the same kind of sick. My cat just knocked my Nolan all over himself. I now have a black cat. Oh no! The Nolan oil. I don't care what anyone says. It tastes good. Don't taste your Nolan oil. Don't drink it either. That was a joke. I like Nolan oil. It's very similar to like an umber brown wash. Man, his eyes are not even at all, y'all. Seriously? There. Went a little too far back. Maybe. On the other one. So cat's eyes face forward though. That's a key thing. It's a key thing you gotta know about cats. Regardless of what status effects have occurred. I have to return to work tomorrow. Gross. That's awful. Spread the illness to them. Make them realize the error of their ways. Give Possum the ability to stay home all day. Do it. Do it now. Let's get some eyes. Hey, guess what we already put up? Son of a bitch. And here I thought I was doing the thing. Well, at least the shaman doesn't have eyes. He doesn't need eyes to see where he's going. We don't need eyes to see where we're going. Hey, maybe I should put the model that I'm working on in the vise. That's probably a good idea, right? That way you guys can see it, since that's the whole reason that I did the thing. 4. Need 4 little things. Pegs. So there's the holes. We're going to put some eyeballs in them. That one looks like the right size. Yes. Perfect. Now where did it go? All right, well, we'll find another one. Was not that. That's too big, right? That's too big. No, that's... Is that it? That's too big. And now it's gone forever, so we'll never know. Sure do wish that eye that I got out first didn't fall into the abyss. Thus is the way things go, though sometimes. That one is too big. That one's too big. That one's the right size, I think. Yeah, I think that's the right size. Alrighty. We got 3 out, so however we need to do it, we're about to do it. That is too big, right? Yeah, it's too big. Okay. So, the clear yellow is clearly too small, or too big. So let's go with... That's too big. This green's probably good. That green looks like it's probably good. Those the same size? Nope, that's small. Smaller. That literally might be the same one I got out already. So that black actually might be what we're looking for. I think they are. Let's try that now. So there should already be blue in there. Nope. All right, we're gonna go with the green. That's right. That's the right sized eyeball. Okay, well, we know now. So let's put all these back up. That way we don't keep losing them all over the table. more super glue in that hole. Put that eyeball in. That's better. Alrighty, so that smaller. Oh, it is like a turquoise kind of metal. So this is definitely where it would be better to have set eyes. However, I don't think that the holes that I've made, no. I don't think that the holes that I've made are uniform enough for me to rely on the ones that are already very separated without getting frustrated that none of them are the right size, and then I end up coming back to here. So that's why we're doing this. There's definitely another one that size in here, though. Nope, still just a little bit too small. Come on. That one's too big anyway. This is not the same size. Nope. Son of a bitch. Right there? Nope. We might end up getting up and grabbing some eyes from the other thing real quick, because this is getting frustrating. Oh, where'd you go? Yeah, we might have to just grab a different set of beads, because now that does look kind of like... Nope, it's still too small. It's a very odd size. I've got a lot of in-betweens. Is that the same size? No. I don't think it is. Come on. Okay, well, it's just gone forever now. Okay, now hold on. Huzzah. I think that's close, but it's not it. Damn it. Made the hole a very strange size, and now I can't find an eyeball to go in there. Son of a bitch. Nope. This sucks. Okay, well. I think we are going to have to absolutely. Yep. We're going to have to grab a different set of eyes. I can't do this. This is driving me crazy. And that eye is not the right size. Alrighty. What do we got that is right around there? Too small. Those might be close. Hey, what do you know? That worked. Sorry about all that wasted time. I guess I really shouldn't have spent time doing that. Oh well, not too much wasted time. And there we go. The fear is that not knowing whether or not the right size eyes are going to be in there and then wasting the time. So then, yep, I did the thing I didn't want to do unintentionally. That's good though. That's our eyes. Also, it is now 9:58, so I'm thinking we're probably going to say our goodbyes. That was annoying. Annoying as hell. I am happy though with the amount of work that I got done. Where'd my trash can go? What the hell? Okay. Here's another bead. So we got 2 beads that I need to put up. So, this needs to be fixed. We will fix that though. We still got a shield that we need, but we're just working on the main body part at this point, so nothing too bad. Need to figure out how we're going to do the lower jaw on the shaman, but we're probably going to use a little bit of plastic art or a little piece of metal to get the jawbone set. Same thing with our chieftain. All the ones that do not have lower jaws will probably make a lower jaw just brace to sculpt with. We'll probably do it out of brass, little brass sheeting, just cut, bent the right size shape. That way we don't have to worry about if we use styrene. I don't want it to not be strong enough to support while I'm sculpting on it. So that's often why I use brass. And what we'll do is we'll go in, we'll cut a little line here, and we'll feed the mandible in and sculpt from that. Do a little skin out of the bottom. Foil probably. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was a little bit slower today, but Mowgli, Star, USA Libertarian, Shankly, and Possum. Thank you guys so much. Where else was I? Yeah. Also, sorry about your non-oil, Star. That's not good news at all. Hate spilling paint. Ugh. Ooh, big yawn. Okay, no, thank you guys so much. Sorry, I'm my brain. That absolutely just, and I'm tired and sore and all the reasons. You know the thing, but got to keep going. And thank you guys so much for keeping me company, hanging out, keeping me going. I appreciate it. Your time is the most valuable thing that you have. Whether you want to call it a resource, a commodity, an asset, doesn't matter. It's finite, so the fact that you want to spend any of it at all with me truly means the world to me. As always, you can find the link in the description to the fourth wall. This week we are actually getting a lot of shit done, so I'm really on the verge. I know I've been saying that for forever, but it is. Hopefully you all can tell progress is being made. But yeah, until then, until tomorrow, or the next time you happen to grace me with your presence, thank you for your time. Take care of yourselves and each other, and always sit pretty. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends. Oh, wiggly there. Huh. Okay, yeah, bye.